For many students, English language is a subject that they find really hard to get the top grades in. A lot of students can get 9s in most other subjects, but English often holds them back. Equally, English language is a really important subject to pass. So overall, it is a key GCSE, and a lot of people don't know how to revise it or don't know how to improve their grades properly. I got a 9 in English language, I got a 9 in all my GCSEs, and what I'm going to do today is explain how to get a 9, and also this video can be used as a how to improve your grade in English language to make sure you get the pass or whatever grade you want. In short, English language involves learning the techniques, learning important techniques, and then practice. That's all. Those are the two methods of revision for English language. So I'm going to split this video into 2 parts with actually a third extra tip at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Number 1 then is learning the techniques. You have to know all sorts of English techniques and analytical techniques, okay? What I mean by this is not just similes, verbs, adjectives, metaphors, but slightly higher grade techniques such as onomatopoeia, plosive sounding words, personification, pathetic fallacy, semantic fields. So to learn this, you can learn it in many ways. One way I'd recommend is by flashcarding these techniques. So I've done a video on flashcards, link will be in the description, but you can put on one side a question like, what is pathetic fallacy? Or give an example of pathetic fallacy, and on the back of the flashcard, an answer. I'm also going to put in a link in the description to lots of key techniques, but you really need to know these. You really need to be able to pick them out of an extract. So this also takes practice. And that brings me on to the second part of this video. All you need to do in English language is practice a lot. It's not quite like English literature where you need to memorize loads of quotes like Macbeth, because in the exam, you will be given an extract. So you'll be given a new extract every time. So you don't really need to memorize any of that stuff. What you need to do then is practice a lot, okay? What I did during my GCSEs to get a 9 in English language is every week I would hand in a practice question. This might be a 15 marker, it might be a 40 marker, it might be an even lower marker or a higher marker, okay? But every week, without fail, I would do it on a Sunday and hand in my questions. I gave it to my teacher, and my teacher would mark it, and she would give me feedback, and I would improve that feedback and go again, okay? That is all you need to work on English language. You just need to actually get writing, put the pen to the paper. If you really struggle with other things such as analysis, as I've said earlier, that's where you need to learn that. But for a lot of people, they just don't know the right techniques for questions. They don't really know how to write the questions. And this massively holds them back in a subject that isn't too hard. It's fairly accessible. So keep practicing, keep handing those papers and those questions in, and you will improve over time. You will get more used to seeing extracts. Your teacher will give you personalized advice. If you don't have a teacher who is willing to mark, maybe ask other teachers in the department, maybe try and find a tutor online or anyone online that could mark it. I could take a look at a couple if needed. So in short, practice and repeat. I've said that a lot now, but I really want you to understand that in English language, it's just practice. It's literally just practice and knowing a couple techniques, knowing how to answer questions that you can find online. There are a lot of great English YouTubers, I'll link some in the description, that go through each question, how to answer each question. So watch their videos, get used to people doing high mark analysis and practice it. Now, also, a little addition as well, is you should be looking at high mark answers to questions. You can find this using something that's called an examiner's report. I'll put a link in the description to some of them. But focus and view high mark questions. If you can see high mark questions and also low mark questions, you can find out what you need to not do and what you need to emulate and repeat in the high mark questions. Okay, so look at high mark answers. Finally, my final piece of advice is this, and this piece of advice helped a lot of students last year. With the English language 40 mark story that you have to write, you can pre-plan a story. A lot of the questions are fairly similar, okay? So you could get asked something like, write a story about a good memory you had, or write a story about when the weather was memorable, or write a story about a childhood friendship. What I did was I wrote this story about this guy going on a run, okay? He went on a run against his worst enemy. He started running, he fell over, he got back up again and won. And I practiced that again and again. I handed it in again and again until it was 40 out of 40, okay? It wasn't at the start, but I just kept improving what my teacher said. And in the exam, I just adapted that story to meet the question. So the question I actually had in the exam was right about time when the weather was memorable. I wrote my running story just completely normally, except I made it that it was raining and I tripped up in the rain. This can save you so much time and means you really can practice your stories. So if you come up with 1 or 2 stories that you think are adaptable, that you can change in the exam, this means you can practice the stories, which are sometimes 25% of English language marks, depending on your exam board. Then that is really going to help you because you can just repeat that in the exam. A link to my story is in the description to buy. It comes with lots of questions. It comes with detailed analysis. Loads of students bought this last year and they really said it helped them. I hope that video was helpful. I'll do more videos on English language. I just wanted to make sure there was one out there for now so that people could see it and think about how to revise English language. But in short, learn the techniques, look at high mark answers, practice and prepare. So prepare for that English language question, the story, because you can come up with ideas and story advice. Like I said, I'll do more videos on that in the future, but thank you for watching.